Yeah, hello team. Welcome back. We are building the server with the node and express.js, and we are saving the data in the MongoDB. Yesterday we successfully created the schema, and at the same time we have done a connection to the MongoDB, and we have saved one document in the MongoDB successfully. So today is a continuation for the yesterday's session. So today we are going to complete the CRUD operations, so that create, read, update, and delete a document in a MongoDB through a Node.js and Express.js server. Okay, so hopefully you're interested. Okay, let me take the confirmation from the students who joined. And at the same time, suppose if you're anyone watching this session in the live, I have given a meeting link in the description. So if you're interested, you can join the session. Okay. So let's jump into the topic. Okay. Team, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Today is really interesting session. Yesterday also. So yesterday we have created. So we have installed packages, and app.js file is the main file for us, and we are loading our environment variables into from .env file. So we have installed importantly .env and express.js and MongoDB, but we didn't use a body parser. So we are going to use that body parser today. And in the route section, we have created users route, and we have a schema for a user because we have created a MongoDB database that is farmers, and the collection name is users, and we are storing a user's details. Yesterday we have done successfully. So today we are going to complete all the CRUD operations. Okay, hopefully you have remembered what we have done. So if you didn't complete the yesterday session, please go and watch yesterday's session and do practice, and then only you can understand today's topic. Okay, fine, fantastic. So yesterday we have done, we have created a simple document, but what we have done, we have just hard coded the details, right? We have hard coded the details, okay? Because if you send a request to the server, every time it will create the same kind of record, uh, same details, username, age, and email ID, duplicate things. So we should not hard code. So through the Postman or front end application, or we have a Thunder client, so we need to send a request to the server, and which one, post request. So we should pass the data in the body, so it should read the details from the body, and it should say the details. So let's, what kind of changes we need to do. So we already understand that whenever we have sent a post request, the server unable to read the JSON data properly. So for that reason, we need to install this package. Okay, already we have installed body parser. If you see the body parser, the package we have installed, and just go to our main file app.js, just import that one. Okay. So constant body parser, and just require body parser. So we can use it as a middleware. So I will take a separate session on middlewares. This is very important topic, but right now just understand how to use a middleware. So we can create our own custom middlewares as well, that I will explain very soon. So body parser dot json, so that it will read that JSON format properly. So then we need to change, we need to do some changes in our routing part. So hope you are able to see my screen properly. right? So here we are just hard coding the details so that we need to read the details from the request from the client. So we will get the data from request dot body, right? So here, what are the details we need to pass? We need to get a request dot body dot the username. Of course, validations and all those things we can do it later. First, understand the basics. So, and because we will send the data through this Thunder client request, right? We will pass the data like this in a JSON format. Okay, of course, username. Okay, always be careful with the namings. Okay, this use email ID. I is capital, but username. I think while doing practice, I just created another server, so some spellings are different. So be careful for that. Okay, username Krishna and age 45 and email ID k@gmail.com. Okay, fine. We can take these details. But whenever we click on this send, it should hit this route. It should hit this route post, and we will get the data from the body of a request, and so that we will pass. Based on that information, we should create the user. So again, request dot body dot age. Okay, we can do lots of optimization. We can move this code into the controllers, and we can destructure this request dot body object. Everything we can do it later once we got some practice on the basic things. So request dot body dot email ID. Hopefully, I have given a same spelling there. So we will get these details. So here we are not hard coding. So we are creating a user based on the information received by the server through the request. And let's see whether it is going to be successful or so saved successfully. So apart from that, I'm not doing any changes. So let's start the server first. And first, just open your MongoDB and just cross check. We have only two records. I think this one is we didn't add a email ID. Okay, leave it for now. Okay, are you ready to test whether it is going to work or not? So npm start. Hopefully, it will connect to the MongoDB. Yeah, connection is successful. So now we should send a request to the server through our postman. So be careful. It should be 5,000 because our server is running at 5,000 and it is the post request. Okay, I have selected properly, and we are passing the data in the form of JSON. So just go to the body and add a select JSON and add the JSON information of that particular user. So can I click on send?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hopefully understood everyone. Whatever we are done so far. So just click on send. Let's see what's the result. Okay, we got the 200 successful message. Okay, saved successfully. Let's see. Let's cross check in the MongoDB whether it is saved successfully or not. Yeah, we got Krishna and age 45, email ID k@gmail.com. Okay, this is successful because we should able to save the details through the postman request or the Thunder client or the actual client. So let's add few more details. Okay, Srujan, Srujan, tell me what is your age? 21 or 22? Srujan at the rate gmail.com. Okay. Oh my God, I given comma. So we can do update. We can correct with the help of update. So Srujan, age I'm giving 22, and just one send. Okay, it's again successful. So let's cross check, refresh the data. So if you see Srujan, we have created another document with Srujan. Okay, fine, fantastic. Here we have done some mistakes so that we can update this with the help of put method. Okay, that we can implement very soon. So I'm just going to add a few more records. Just can anyone tell me your name and age and email ID? I will add. Anyone? No one is interested. Okay. Pavan 23 pavan at the rate gmail.com. Okay, successful. And Mayur, I think yesterday we have created few records, right? Mayur already there, Krishna and Srijan. SVJ, okay, already Mayur is there, so that we don't need to create duplicates things. Okay, fine. So I will add Sai, Sai at the rate gmail.com. So just send it. Fantastic. We have at least 5 records in the database. We're happy. So now, shall we focus on get method? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood, everyone? Okay. So, but without doing practice, it's impossible to understand. But hopefully, you have done a practice so that you can understand what we are trying. So here already we have built a route with just a forward slash get all the users data. So it's very simple. So if you see the constant users, and we have the model, right? User model schema. With the help of schema we have done. So so this mongoose will take care of everything. So mongoose will just provide the methods, and if you just how you have done with the MongoDB shell, so it's almost similar. So it will give a great experience for us. So just user dot find and just give a empty thing so that it will return all the users. It will return all the users. So but actually users dot find will return a promise, and we need to add dot then all those things. But here I will use a async and await. Okay, previous example we have used promise train, right? User save once it is successful, it will go to the then block, and otherwise if it is failed, it will go to the catch block. So even I think at least for tomorrow we are going to change this code to async and await. But let's start with get method. So it's very simple. What we need to do, just add async before that function, because this is the callback function, right? So just add async keyword and just use await. That's it. So if by mistake if you got any error, so that we need to go with a try and catch block. So just try, okay, and just move this code into the try block. So if you don't know the fundamentals of, I think who are following our trainings, hopefully you have learned all these things. Okay, try catch block. Okay, how to write the catch block, because I forgot. That's it. I'm just doing. Tell me whether I'm writing properly or not. Something when, okay. So it should catch the exception, right? Error information. Let's see. And here, once you got the user details, just send those details. Okay, here, let me rewrite something. We can add a status code. like if it is successful 200. And then normally if you want to send a simple message, you can use the send. But whenever you are sending some user details or any important information to the client, it's better to send the information in the form of JSON so that client can read it easily. So that's why, yeah, we have a method for JSON, JSON. So this I'm just passing the user's details. Okay, so because once it PROM is resolved, we will get user details and it is going to return all those user details. If something went wrong here, it is going to send some error message, something went wrong, error. Even we can send that error information also in a JSON format. Okay, right now, make it easy. So let's see. Let's check our luck whether it is working or not. So let's go for a get method and localhost 5000. Of course, the route is properly have written. So shall I click on send button?
Yes, sir.
How many of you are sure that it is going to give the details? Let's see. Boom. Hey, we got the details. You see, username SVJA, Mayur, Krishna, Srujan, Pavan, and Sai. So we have done the get all the items. So now the most important thing is how to get a particular user details, right? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
exactly.
So any guesses? Because already this is done and post is also done. Get all records is done. Now we can go with the
ID with
ID.
ID.
Yes,
So
sir.
if we use a get method and if we pass the ID, so based on that ID, we need to get the results. So it's also very easy. So again, we can go with async and await. Okay, async, and here we will get a single user, right? So user and our model user dot. Any guesses? In which method?
Find.
Find, and we will pass the ID and something, right? But the mongoose is very helpful for us. It is providing another method for that. Hey, I'm just giving a find by ID, so that just pass the ID. I will help you. Okay. Of course, we can do with a find also. In a find, you can pass object like a curly braces and ID colon value. But this is much more simpler. So how we will get the ID? Tell me.
Request dot params dot id.
Params dot ID. That's it. That's it. So once you got the ID, so don't forget to add await. So that because always these methods will return the promises, so that once it is resolved, you will get the ID. So again here we can, so whatever the details you will get, response dot the status code of, again I'm just putting 200 and dot JSON format and just send the user details. That's it. So while you are doing practice, just add a try and catch block and try to do some mistakes whether the logic is working properly or not. Right now, from I'm just putting simply because already we have put a try and catch block and you can test it later. Yeah, but you should not forget because whenever we are using async and await, we should use a try and catch. Here, whenever you are dealing with the promises, we have a catch block, right? It's easy. But in a production level applications, we'll use async and await. Okay, most of the time. So ID is ready. So let's see. Let's read some ID. Just tell me which ID I can take. Krishna or Mayur or Srujan or Pavan or Sai. Tell me. Okay. I will go with Srujan. Whether it will give Srujan details or not. So just go to again get method. So previously get method we are just calling all the user details. Right now what we need to do, we need to pass the ID as well. So whenever you pass the ID, it is going to hit this particular route, and it will read ID from the params, and it will get that the user details and it will send it. And we should get student details, right? Because already we are using a node man, so whatever the changes we are doing, every time once we save the details file, it is going to rerun the application. So that's why I'm not stopping the server and rerunning, because it's already running properly in the background. So yeah, localhost 5000 users and ID is there, and let's see, we should get only one user details, that is Astrujan. You got the details or not?
Got it.
Okay, enjoyed. Looks like it's very simple, right? Now, yes, we have a lot easy methods. Find by ID, and just pass the ID, get the details. It's easy. So now, whether we go with update or delete, what is your choice?
Update.
Update, because always update is very important. Delete is always very simple. Okay, so let's go and focus on update. Okay, if you want to update, we can use put method, right? So let's copy some route here, because if you want to update, you should pass the ID, right? So and just make it, it's a put method, and at the same time we will get the ID. Okay, so let me implement the logic. So here, actually just before we have done some mistake, right? For which user we have given comma for email ID Krishna. So now for this Krishna's details, we should update this email ID like a k@gmail.com to comma dot comma com Krishna@gmail.com. So we should update it properly. So I'm just taking this particular ID. Okay. Now first implement the logic. So constant user. So here mongoose is really awesome. So it is providing another method. Can anyone guess the method name? So if you see, find by ID and update it. Okay, how beautiful is this? So if you see, just find the item by ID and update it, and it will expect two things. Tell me what is the ID, and tell me what are the details I need to update it. That's it. And don't forget to add await here. Okay, await here. And here, okay, we can't pass the ID like how we have added like a request dot params dot id, because here it's only specific for the find by ID, so that you can even just if you pass the value of ID, it is valid because the logic has implemented internally. But whenever we are using a find by ID and update, okay, we should pass the ID. So observe carefully in the database. So ID, this is auto generated, right? We didn't pass the any ID details, it is auto generated by the MongoDB. And age, username and email ID don't have any prefix like underscore, but ID has a prefix. Okay, so that we should not forget to provide that underscore whenever we are specifying the details. Okay, ID colon simple request dot params dot ID. So from request we will read the ID, and just give what are the details you want to update. So I want to update email ID of a particular user. So that email ID, we should read it from, tell me, we should read it from body, right?
Yes, sir. Body.
Yeah, and one more thing. But whenever we use a put, we should pass the entire object, right? Yes or no? Did you
Yes,
remember
sir.
what is the difference between the put
Yes,
and
sir.
patch?
Yes, sir. You should give all the detail, all the
Okay.
properties.
Right now, so we can use a patch method, okay? The patch method, of course. The put is assignment for you. Put is easy because whenever you are using put, you should pass the entire fields. Like if you have a 10 fields for the document, like name, ID, email ID, phone number, whatever. If you have a 10, just you should pass it. Okay. Our responsibility as a backend developer, if the client didn't pass, if you miss any information, we should not save the details. We should not update the details. We should send a error message. Okay, if you are done. After right now, we are not doing that much of validation, so we can go with a patch method, and the patch method we can read that email ID from the body. So request dot body dot the new email ID. Okay, at least it should pass the email ID. So we can implement the validation later. As I said, so now once it is updated, we will get the updated user details, and now we can go with again response dot status code of 200 dot JSON, and we should pass the updated record. Hopefully it will return updated record. Let's see. If we use some twist and turns, we should enjoy those things. So we are going to use the patch method. Let's try that patch method. Okay, this I'm just changing to get to the patch and the users and ID. So especially right now I want to change the ID of Krishna. So just copy that ID. Right now we are copying the IDs from a database, but in a real-time application for front-end application, everything will be there in a front end, right? So whenever you have a product details in the Amazon, whenever you are clicking on save or order, so in the background for front end application, it will attach the ID. Okay, so don't worry. So anyway, we are going to build front end also very soon. So this is the ID we want to update it. So this is the ID in the body. Yes, we should not forget to pass the what email ID. So is always careful with spellings. Email ID. What we said, it's Krishna, right? So let's go Krishna at the rate gmail.com. It should update the new email ID. So let's try our luck. Send. Yeah, we got a success message, but it is not written the updated details. But let's check in the database. Krishna, refresh. Yeah, it is updated, right?
Yes, sir. Updated.
But actually, okay, actually it should read, but it is written updated successfully. But of course, maybe if this mongoose is returning the details before updating, so what we can do, at least send just ID that for the confirmation, okay, or something else. Otherwise, user will get confused, right? I will explain why it is returning the details which we have before updatation. Okay, definitely there will be a logic. I forgot it. Okay, fine. For now, just don't worry. Otherwise, make it a simple message without putting confusion. Okay, Just JSON means so that we should pass the JSON and message simple updated success. That is fine. Okay, we use that one. So again, if I send it, again it will update it, no problem. So we got updated successfully so that we don't fall into the confusion. And if you want to cross check whether it is updated properly or not, normally, so what we can do, we should go with a get method, right? It is get method. Already we have moved the get methods. Okay. Get and users, of course. Okay. Well, in practice, I changed to 3000. So what's the ID of that particular Krishna's ID? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Users of this ID. Let's go. What we're doing? Get, right. So it should return. So if you see, we got the details like latest details. Fantastic, fantastic. So we have done read operations of like all the documents and read of a particular document, and post is also done. Update is put is a assignment. It's a very simple thing, and the update is also done like with a patch. And now we need to do what?
Delete.
Delete. Of course, here if you see, because here we have implemented only for email ID updation. So, but we should implement the logic. Suppose if I want to change, suppose if we have a 10 fields, email ID, phone number, or something. So we should add or condition. So if he just pass the email ID, we should update the email ID. Even if we try to update in the patch one or more fields, as a backend developer, that is our responsibility to build a patch route properly. Okay, right now, just I have given a simple example. So anyway, in coming days, we are going to implement a production grade application. So fine. So let's go with our delete also, because we can complete the full cycle. So delete is, I think, much more simpler, right? If I'm not wrong. What we need for delete, we need an ID. So the method is delete, and we should read the ID. And hopefully, it is not going to be that much complex. So let's see. User dot, definitely he will provide delete by ID or delete one. Delete one. Mm, my guess is it should be there like delete by ID. Okay, maybe if it is not there, is there any delete by ID method in Mongoose? I don't
It's
know.
like find one and delete.
Right. Yes, because find one by and update. Yes, that's good. Find. Okay. Intelligence. Find by ID and delete. Fantastic, fantastic. So and I think here we need to pass only request.body dot I params dot ID, or we need to pass the object. So let's try with object. Hopefully, okay, otherwise if we have any trouble, just check in the Mongoose documentation. Mongoose example. Just only for the confirmation. Yeah, find by ID and delete. Just we need to pass the ID only. We don't need to think too much. Just ID. Or even if you pass the object, that is also valid. Request dot params dot ID. And once it is successfully deleted successfully. or we can say this user as well, delete deleted user, because it is like a find by ID and delete, so that it will return a user once the promise resolved, so that you will get that particular user details like successfully deleted. Hmm. So which one we can delete now? Who is ready? Because Mayur is the Krishna. Okay, let's go with the Krishna, because um, Krishna doesn't feel bad even if I delete it. If I delete Srujan detail, definitely Srujan will call me like, Raghu, why you have deleted my details? So just go with delete and just add Krishna's delete method, and we don't need to pass any body actually. Let's see whether it will successful. Okay, connection was forcibly closed by P. Okay, I think we have done some mistake. It's always good to get some errors. Waiting for file changes before starting. Okay, what's that? JSON.stringify value converting circular structure to JSON. Mhm. Let's okay, because blindly I will try to do this one. Maybe we need to pass because it is not able to convert the details into the object what we are passing the ID. But I'm just testing. I'm just doing with a guess. So maybe it is wrong. Let's cross check one more time. Even if we fail, we can take it from Google. npm start, because if we don't put try and catch, the server will crash. So be careful. Always, as a developer, that is our responsibility to implement validations and handling all the errors properly. Otherwise, if something went wrong, the server will get crashed. Okay, fine. Like this, what I did. Just go and delete one more time. Let's see whether it will crash again. I think something's now something went wrong. Object with the constructor can anyone guess what's my mistake? Delete method.
It's working fine in my system. I think I already deleted.
You have tested
Yeah, yeah.
find my ID and delete.
I mean, it was like a last thing. We just did some updated. To I didn't include that underscore ID.
Sir, you need to give await.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now we can. Okay, we can test now. It's so yeah. That's a silly mistake, because if you don't give away, automatically it will try to send some details. Let's see. Even after if something went wrong, we can done, because it is returning the details. And let's look at right now. We have Krishna details. If you just refresh, okay, Krishna is gone. Krishna is gone from database. That's it. Fantastic. So we have successfully completed CRUD operations. Okay, previously we have done CRUD operations on a simple object in a server. So now we have learned how to create a database, how to create a documents, and we have done some practice with Mongo shell. And now we are able to connect to a MongoDB's database through our Node and Express.js server, and we are able to implement the CRUD operations properly. I'm saying as a fresher, as a college graduate, okay, if you are able to showcase these talents in interview as a fresher, I'm saying. So if you are trying for experienced person, definitely they will expect more and more. But as a fresher, if you are able to explain all these things, definitely you will get a better chance of clearing the interview. So fine, understood, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Understood
sir.
or not? Okay, now just go to our YouTube channel, open our the video and click on like button and just add a comment that understood. And after completing practice, okay, just okay, no problem. Right now, don't add any comment. Just click on like button. Once you have done a practice, and just add a comment that okay, completed CRUD operations. Okay, practice, because practice is more important. If you don't do practice, even if you attend 100 sessions or 1000 sessions, there is no use. Okay, hopefully my students are not going to do mistakes, like everyone do practice. So now tell me, any questions to you, to me, from you? Yeah, we can write a better code, like we can move this logic into the controller. Okay, so maybe if you're whenever, maybe it's definitely you, if you go on through some other tutorials, definitely they have created some controllers, they have moved this logic into the controllers, and some configuration folder, some other beautiful stuff is there. Definitely I will try to explain all those things. Okay, if you don't have any questions, that's the end for today's discussion. And enjoy the practice. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. Okay,
Thank you, sir. Bye
yeah,
bye.
tada, bye bye. See you tomorrow again. Please do practice.
Yes, sir.
Learn quickly. Bye bye.